Hey guys, forgive me. I am finally mostly ready. Okay. I'm just going to tape this down. So today I decided to use watercolors instead of using the markers. Watercolors, I have minimal experience. I think I painted like 3 leaves using these watercolors, and it was also based on a Udemy course that I was following, a botanical watercolor paintings Udemy course. Far out, I can't remember the artist's name, but anyways, I painted some of the leaves that she did in her course, and that's about as experienced as I am in watercolors. So this is going to be really exciting. I just watched a quick tutorial on painting landscapes in watercolors, and there's so many methods of using watercolors. Like you can use wet in wet and all that sort of stuff, and I don't know, we're just gonna wing it again and see what happens. Do you guys have any experience in watercolors? Let me just go back here. Hey Mr. Zach, welcome. New subscriber, like your videos. Thank you. Hey Aaron. Copic multiliners and watercolors. Yes. Yes. Hey Clarice. Hey Margine, yeah, this time I'm the late one. Okay. Jackie, Marilyn, hello, Rob, all of you guys, thank you. So for my students on Patreon, I just posted a link. I created a student portal on my website to help you guys out, because Patreon, it's a bit difficult to find all the tutorials, because the older a post gets, the harder it is to find it. So I'm gonna the student portal is there to put everything together in one place, and then you guys can decide which tutorial you'd like to follow, and then from the student portal you easily find the tutorial, and then that will link you back to Patreon exactly where it is in Patreon, which will make it easier for you guys to follow. Because unfortunately with Patreon you can't search the tags for one. I don't always tag all the information in each drawing or painting or whatever I'm doing, so it's not that easy to always find what you're looking for. So hopefully the student portal will be useful to you guys. Hey Esme. Yes, today is a very, very beautiful day because it's sunny. It's not so rainy. I don't know if you saw yesterday, it was my video was so dark because it was so murky outside. But I am trying to add more light here, but this is going to be in the way of that. Maybe I can just add it like that. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to, the watercolors that I have, I literally bought every one of them a while back, and they were on special at Eckersley, so I got them for pretty cheap. And they're the small tubes, the 8mm tubes of the Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolors. And I have a ice tray over here, which I'm going to use as my little palette to mix these colors in. The landscape, I'm just going to keep it simple as it is right there. I have it in front of me. I will try and brighten up the colors, but even I know that watercolors, when they dry, they're a little more dull when they dry, so they're not as bright. And then yeah, I'm not sure, so I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll do the sky in blue, so the whole top section in blue, and then do the bottom section in some darker greens, let that dry, and then do the middle section in various greens, and then we'll maybe let that dry and then do little blobs of green with a watercolor. And then for any detailing that, we'll use our Copic liner pens. Oh, and the Copic liner pens that I have, they're the multi-liners. And I got a few colors here. And they're the 0.3. Oh, I thought they were 0.25. They're not. They're 0.3 in size. The black one is 0.25. Yeah, so sorry, that's very noisy. So they're very nice and thin, very small little nibbies, and they will be ideal for detailing. So I have these watercolor brushes again, so they got the water in the tube. So this is what we used when we used the watercolor pencils on the baby and the yellow flowers. And then I have some of these watercolor brushes, and I used one of them when we did the inking yesterday over the etched flower. So, and then the paper that I'm using, again, I'm using the Fabriano Artistico 200 GSM hot press paper, and I'm using some blue masking tape to keep that down, because I don't know how wet this is going to be. So if it warps, at least if it's taped down, it will dry flat again. Okay, let's put my watch down and let's begin. So let's pick our colors. So, oh wow, I think we have a lot of colors here. So we're gonna have some cerulean blue, I think, and cobalt blue. So cerulean for the lighter areas, cobalt for the darker areas. Although I see in the videos, like some of them, when it's really wet, they add a really dark color and it dries pretty light. So maybe we'll go with an intense blue. So we've got 3 ranges of blue for the sky. I'm freaking out a little. Because maybe today's going to be the day that I'd failed at my attempt of using new supplies. The greens, I need some dark greens. Hey Lily. Yeah, if you're gonna join in on my streams, you should probably not join in until the first half an hour or 40 minutes is over, because I'll probably only really start around then, because I get everything else ready. Intense green is a good one. Some emerald green. We've got some browns, burnt umber. We do have some reddish tinges, so Indian red. We might use some lemon yellow to lighten up some of the greens when we get to that. Yeah, thanks Esme. I'll record. I am recording. The Hooker's Green Dark. That'll be great for the darkest one. And then that really dark, oh, indigo blue. That'd be great to mix up in with the greens and with the blues. Okay, I think I need to stop picking colors now, because I don't want to overdo it. So that's what we can mix. So we have, I'll keep a little bit of the white handy, although I don't know if we'll need it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colors. So let's put them in our tray. So we're gonna have the blues. So I'm gonna put a little bit of the cerulean blue here into the tray. The cobalt blue here. Oh, these are beautiful. The intense blue, phthalo blue. The indigo blue. Let's go with the green, the Hooker's Green Dark. Hey, EJ's Arts. Clarice says watercolors are so fun. I hope so. Intense green. So just anyone new coming on here and you are looking for a watercolor tutorial, this is my first attempt using these watercolors. So do not follow this as a tutorial. Or if you want to learn from my mistakes, make sure you watch it first before you actually try and follow along with me. Because I don't know if this is going to work out or not. So this is a test. That was emerald green. And the green before that was intense green. And then we have yellow. Lemon yellow, Indian red, and the best part about this is I can let these totally dry because you can just activate them again with water when you use them again. And burnt umber, and then I will keep a little bit of white in this last one here, just because you never know. Okay, so those are the colors. I will take a photo of these so that we know what colors they are. And then before we do that, we will do the giveaway. So if you made a comment on yesterday's live stream, after the stream, you qualify for today's giveaway. Okay. Make sure I can read all those names. I can. Good to go. Okay, so I'm going to put them away. Those are our color choices. Okay, so today's giveaway is a mannequin like this. It's a female action figure mannequin that you can manipulate the body parts however you like to create different gestures. So the pack comes with a few different attachments, different hand gestures, some feet, and a little stand so that you could stand her up against something. And yeah, so it's a cute little mannequin for today's giveaway. So we will quickly do that one. So the way I'm going to do it is I have an app over here, and then I will see how many comments there are, and in the order of comments will be the order of the numbers that I give the names on the comments, and then we will select a minimum and maximum number. Yes, Jackie, her work is fantastic. David says, yesterday a spoon, today an ice cube tray. Welcome to Kitchen Art with Sheldene. Yes, I like that. Yes, thank you. I'm not going to be paying that much attention to the chat feed, not constantly. So if you have a question, make sure you add it in capital letters. Maureen or Valerie, if I've missed a question, they will just remind me later on. Okay, so let's go check who enters for the giveaway. Yesterday's giveaway was the male version of that mannequin, and Joanna won that one, so that was really fun. And then after that, I'll tell you what today's stream giveaway is, and you guys for today's stream will be selected tomorrow. Okay. Yesterday's real-time video. Okay, so we have 11 comments, which means 11 people qualify for today's giveaway. Number 1 is Esme. Number 2 is Robert Elia. Number 3 is Rob 2259100. Number 4 is Lynn. Number 5 is Justine. Number 6 is Robert Ortlip. Oh my gosh, 3 Roberts. Number 7 is Clarice. Number 8 is Aaron. I'm just going to call you Aaron. Number 9 is Nanette. Number 10 is Jody. And number 11 is Marilyn. Okay, so on here we'll set the minimum to 1 and the maximum to 11. Done. Save. And then we pick the number. Number 4. Number 4 is Lynn. Oh my gosh, you are so lucky with these things. So Lynn, congratulations, you win the female mannequin. Very, very good. And everything that, all the giveaways and all the drawings and all that will be sent out at the end of the month. So beginning December, I'll send them all out at the same time. Okay. Congratulations, Lynn. Let me comment right there now and let you know that you won it. Okay. Woo! Okay, so the same thing happens for tomorrow's giveaway. Let me just check. Lynn is on, isn't she? Cool, congratulations, Lynn. So today's giveaway is of, it's a little double giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away this Customize Your Sketchbook Cover A5 sketch pad. It's by Reeves and it is 120 GSM paper, so it's more for very light painting or like charcoal drawings or sketching. So it's really nice, and it's got like a canvas cover at the back as well, so you can paint the front and the back to personalize it. And then I'll also be sending 3 magnets of my 3 blue wren drawings, so they will be going with, and yeah, they're magnets, so they can go in your fridge. So that's tomorrow, well, today's giveaway, which will be announced tomorrow. So to enter today's giveaway, which is the sketchbook and the 3 magnets, all you have to do when the stream ends is comment at the bottom of the stream and you will be entered. Simple as that. Okay, now we can get into the drawing. So it's a half an hour in, and like I said, if you guys are new to my live streams and you want to skip all that boring part of things, then only try and tune in maybe half an hour after. Okay. Right, so I am going to start with the sky. Maybe I should start with a... No, I'm going to start with the sky. And remembering to record. Right, I think what I'm going to do is what I saw in one of the videos is I'm going to wet the sky first. So I'm using this thick brush and I'm going to wet it. I can't see where I'm wetting it. I'm not sketching anything out, I'm just going to do it as I go. Okay, and then I will take a bit of this blue that we put in here, really wet it up. And then put it down. I really wish I actually had a bigger brush. Okay, that's very wet. I probably don't have to wet it that much, because I've already wet the, no. I'm going to mix it up properly. So remember, this is the first time I'm using this, so if it doesn't turn out right, then that's how it goes. You got to try it and practice before you can master it. Okay, let's add a bit of the darker blue. Maybe I should put a list. Okay, so there's a bit of an angle over here. There we go. So just spread that in. So I'm not too, if the sky is a fail with the colors or it's not as great, that's fine, because I'm going to end up putting a whole bunch of branches over the top. So that I can just tell you guys what color I'm using at the time, I'm just going to write it down. Oh, I'll keep it next to me. No. I'll make a little swatch palette here with a piece of paper. Okay, so the colors in the order of how I have them in my palette, we've got cerulean blue, Number 2, we have cobalt blue. Blue here. Number 3, we have intense blue. Number 4, we have indigo blue. Number 5, Hooker's Green Dark. Number 6, Intense Green. Thank you, Maureen. I knew that was going to come up at some point. Emerald. And then we have on the bottom tray, number 8, we have lemon, yellow here. Number 9, we have Indian red. Number 10, burnt umber. And then number 11, we have Chinese white. Okay, so that's what we have in our ice tray. So what I created first is I used my cerulean blue everywhere, and I used a little bit of the intense blue at the top, but I think I will add a bit more of the intense blue now. So let's see, maybe I can put this over here. Put that over there. Oh, you're welcome. So EJ's art, I'm guessing, Ilka. So you have an art channel. If you have a YouTube art channel and you want to talk about art supplies and stuff, or you're thinking about getting art supplies, but you don't know if you want to get the supplies, and you want to get advice about the supplies, then we created a Facebook group yesterday called, Maureen will put it on there, Sheldene's Art Hoard. And yeah, so if you're an artist, you have your own Facebook artist page or YouTube channel or whatever, you can join the page and discuss it with some other artists. And just to tell you, that page is not for you to submit your artworks. It's just there to talk about art supplies, and to share your social media, YouTube channel and Facebook page. And I think what would be good is if you are going to do your own live stream on YouTube as a tutorial and it's relevant to art, then that's also the place where you can let people know that you are going to go live and do a demonstration. So I'm using a bit of the intense blue now, and I think that can be even darker, so I'm actually going to take some indigo blue. And just do that. I won't use more indigo blue than that. Okay, I'm liking the way this is drying over here actually. It looks quite nice. Yeah, it's drying rather quickly. So Ilka, make sure to get onto that Facebook page then, and you can share your art channel with us. And Esme, you need to get on Facebook. Yep. Okay. So now I want to do the bottom section and put in the greens. So there's pretty dark greens over there. I saw as well on the video that I watched, I need to get the link for you guys, that they had this tool that they used sort of when the paint was not quite dry yet but still semi-wet, and then they would lift the paint off. I wonder if it's like a little shaper or something that they used, and they'd lift the paint off with it to like increase the highlights between the branches and stuff, between the leaves on the branches. So that was pretty cool. I was so annoyed with this paper because they have the name of the paper stamped out on it. Not the paper, this is the first time I come across it. Like usually their papers, they don't do that. So I don't know why. I hope it's not a new thing. I'm adding a bit of indigo blue to make that green very dark. And then I think I also want to add a bit of brown. The burnt umber, I mean. Much better. Clarice says it's called a scrubber brush. Do you know what kind of nib the scrubber brush has? Is it a brush, or is it like a rubber bit, or what is it? Okay. So now I want to create little streaky marks as if there's shadows of the trees. It might be worth waiting a bit longer for it to dry a bit more. Yeah, the name stamp is annoying. Maybe I should start over. Do you want me to start over on a better piece of paper? Although I can just cut that section off. No. While we're still in the beginning stages, let's just start over. I'll just do the same thing again. Find a better piece of paper. Because yeah, I don't, want to give this away with that on it. So it's gonna go. So I'm using the same paper, just in a bigger sheet, because the entire small pad that I have, all those sheets are stamped like that. Yeah, the stamp goes through to the other side too, and then it's just backwards. So yeah, that's a bit slack, isn't it? Yeah, the other side's got it too. Clarice says it has very, very short bristles. Okay. I think I have a little makeup brush with very short bristles that we could just use as an alternative. I had a look online yesterday with the tools that you use for Scratchboard, and they have so many different tools. I was making my life a lot harder yesterday by not using those tools, which I don't have, but I am thinking of getting them. Because next time I work on a Scratchboard, I think I'd like the appropriate tools, and it will probably be a much more of a success. Not that yesterday's was a fail, but still, it could have been much easier. Okay, so now I am just going to create a frame for the inside of the drawing. I have a thing somewhere. I just know what the size is. That's very good. So go on the inside of that. No, that's as big as it is. Someone's at the door. Then you'll get it. Okay, let's try again. We have our palette over here, which you may as well stick down. Okay, take two. I'm gonna wet the surface of the top for the sky, which sort of goes at an angle like that. Then I'm taking my cerulean blue. I should probably put timestamps on in the description for when I really start the the drawing, and for when I do the giveaways. And then you can skip all the silly bits. I think it goes down even further. Okay, I'm not worried about the warp because I have it taped down so much. It should be fine. So now I'm using a bit of the intense blue. And that sort of creates a haze. Great, so let's let that dry. And then we can do the bottom section with our greens. Remember, if you have a question, put in capital letters because I'm not able to do the entire, watch the entire chat. What is wrong with Gareth? Gareth's got OCD. Let's try and fix that. It's skew. Things I do for you guys. It's probably still not good enough. Okay, I have my palette here, but I will just tell you what colors I'm using instead of showing you on the screen. And that will make my Canon camera record a nicer shot as well. We'll get there, we'll get there. Better. That's as far as I can go with that. And then this can be so the bottom's straight, but not the side. Gareth, you're just gonna have to deal. Or get off. Yeah, no, I did not paint the sky for an hour. No worries, Sandra. Okay. See, I'm not liking how this paper is warping because it's making it dry. The color's drying. I think I just added way too much water there. So I need to be a little more skeptical on my water. Maybe I won't apply the water to the paper first. I'll just paint my colors directly on there. So this was that the Hooker's Green Dark mixed with a little bit of Indigo Blue and Burnt Umber. So this is the area that's going to have a lot more shadow in it. Yes. So when you're using this paper, it's fine for watercolors. It is watercolor paper. Just do not saturate it too much, because then it creates that sort of warped effect, and then your colors dry in that way too. But I'm not too concerned, because we are putting a whole bunch of like silhouetted branches over the top of that. Okay. So mixing up more indigo blue and Hooker's green and a little bit of the burnt umber. And then I'm just making it very watery in my palette, like that. And then applying it to the paper instead of wetting the paper first. So I'm going to create those shadowy effects, like the branches. Add a bit more of the green. Over here. Probably could have done that last. Okay. Yeah, so the Facebook page, it does encourage you guys to share your social media and let other artists know that you have a channel that's dedicated to art. And if you're doing any live streams, arty live streams, then you can put it on there to get more people that are interested in these streams to get together and partake in your streams as well. I need to clip my hair back. It's annoying me. So has Gareth disappeared now? Oh, okay, so I'm gonna brush some off as if some of those highlighted areas. I guess I don't have to worry too much about detail because I am going to come in with the Copic multi-liner pens to add any detail. So instead of using this brush, I'm just going to use a regular watercolor brush and lift some of it off. Maureen, are you having trouble watching because of the internet? Is it glitchy or what is it doing? Oh, Maureen is, Garrett's having trouble watching. No worries. All good. Was it because of the angle? I love everyone's reaction to Esme's work. It's fantastic, isn't it? Okay, now I think I can go in with a really nice light green. So I'm gonna mix up a little bit of the emerald green and the yellow. The lemon yellow. Oh, that's very nice and bright. And a smidge of the intense green. Just a smidge. I think maybe I'll just definitely more yellow. Tiny bit of the Indian red. That's better. Oh my gosh, Robert. How are you on here if you're driving? You okay? Hey, Peggy. Hey, Val. I'm using the Winsor and Newton watercolors. They look like this. They're the little 8mm ones. Winsor and Newton Cotman watercolors. Okay, so there is a sort of pathway over here. There's a little bit of the darker green trees over here. More green. Okay, now I'm going to add some more of these sort of, that dark green that I created earlier, and mix it in a bit with the Indian red to put in those red tones. Maybe even a bit of the yellow too, because it's quite a dull, the trees are quite dull. Here's one. There's so many little teeny ones over here. In the distance they get really tiny. Some more of the yellow, just yes, it's a bit better. And I'm going to add a smidge of the white to this. That's very dull. Yes. So there's like a pathway here. Very watered down. All these little pieces of grass. Like I said before, I'm not worried about detailing. We can get into that later. I had one of those mornings where just have people just get in the wrong, put you in the wrong headspace, and then you really have to try and snap out of it. And sometimes you think you're doing the right thing, but then you don't know. I can't tell you exactly what the situation is, but it's one of those things. Let's use some darker red tones. You know, I'm actually quite happy so far. This is not looking awful. it really helps to watch other artists who know their techniques and that before you attempt a new medium. It's so good to share with everybody. That's exactly what I'm doing on that Facebook page. Everybody shares their social media. You don't have to be an artist with extreme skills. If you're putting videos up and you're trying to learn, then tell us about it. Yeah, the reference photo, it's quite a large landscape, so the trees are teeny tiny. David said, I saw this question earlier today. If Apple makes cars, will it have windows? Oh, for it. Okay, Maureen. Yeah, Maureen, I know. Thank you. I know. I think Val will know, like as an empath, you just sort of absorb all of it and then it's hard to shake yourself out of it. But I'm impressed with how the watercolors are going. I do like the feel. Okay, so I saturated the sky a lot, and because of that it's like caused warps and it's dried in warps. I'm not worrying too much about it, but at least I learnt my lesson, so I didn't saturate the paper too much in the bottom section, so that still looks pretty good. More yellow. That's right. Okay, let's get in with more of these greens. Thank you, Esme. Okay, so let's add some more of these greens over here. Too much. That's better. I'm gonna make some of these shadows darker. Okay, now I think I want to lift some color off, if it's not too late. And sort of give it the illusion that there's little highlights on there. And then I'll create the shadows at the bottom after. Don't have a heat gun, no. But I'm pretty satisfied with the drying time. I don't feel like I'm waiting to work on an area because of the wetness. Hey Jackie, I don't know where this picture was taken. I'll have to ask Katja. She was the one that submitted it. Hey Marie, thank you. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna fix my hair and get it out of my face and grab a piece of fruit, I think. So if it's buffering, it just means I've paused the stream, but I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It's a bit better. Cool. So I got a posture strap in the mail today. So I'll try that one out and see if it helps my shoulder. It sort of forces you to sit up straight. So I'll try that one out when I can. Okay. So this grass, it's quite patchy in some areas, so I just gotta make it look that way. especially towards the back. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll give it 10 minutes and then I will select tomorrow's winner. So if you want to enter to have your image drawn live like this, hopefully a little bit more successfully, then check the description below on how to enter. And then if you want to enter for today's giveaway, at the end of the stream, just put a comment in the description and you will qualify for today's giveaway, which will be announced during tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna lift that off there because that's like a rounded pathway there. I do love how you can sort of lift it off slightly. Some of these trees need shadows. Better. Okay, we need a darker shadow for these trees here. I think all the real tiny trees, I'm just going to use the Copic markers for that. Yes, you could lift more by blotting with a paper towel. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I want to see if I can find that short, stiff brush. Okay, this is really tiny. It's not very stiff, but maybe it'll work. Yes. That's cool. You can lift more by blotting with a paper towel after doing the scrubbing. Maybe I should try that for the trees then, I guess. I wonder how I'll go with. So I've wet a paper towel. Yes. So let's lift some off with a paper towel. Like that. That does add a little bit more. Definition. So we'll do that, and then we'll try and lift it off with a paper towel. This brush isn't anywhere near as stiff as I'd like it to be. But we make it work. Hey Nanette! Yeah, I can't wait to add the detailing of the Copic pens because that'll just make it look less like a bunch of blobs. But if I can just get this sort of base down like this, then I'm semi-happy. Okay, let's get back into the foreground area. Actually, maybe we can smooth the sky out a bit more. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, let's go back in with these really dark greens and indigo for the foreground. The wooden sort of handrail thing that's here I will add with the Copic liners. I'm tempted to try a shaper, a pastel shaper. See if it lifts anything off. Okay, some browns. Val says I can smooth out the sky with another layer after it dries. Okay. A bit of indigo blue and green here. I think I'm just going to leave the sky as is. And with the Thanks, Valerie. I see that. Just an FYI, Val says if you add water or thin watery pigment to a damp painted area, the new water will push the underlying pigment, causing blooms. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Like, as a colored pencil realism artist, it's so hard to leave a layer so like blobby and blurry. I just really want to get into the detailing part of it, make it look a bit more realistic. It's good to face these things from time to time, because it is easy to get content with what you know. And if you get too content with what you know, then you could also easily get bored. So it's good to change it up, even if you're afraid of it. Thanks, Esme. Welcome, Ernesto. So we'll try and understand you as best we can. Jackie says, thanks, Sheldene, for experimenting with new mediums. You're encouraging me to do the same. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Nanette saying, you do layers in color pencil too. You just don't have to wait for them to dry. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, I almost stuck that in my coffee. Watercolor coffee. I want to try a pastel shaper and see what happens. Okay, I have some shapers here. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's try it. This one's firmer. Nope. Does nothing. So scrap the pastel shapers idea. You really do need a short, very stiff brush, which I don't have. That's fine. It's fine. Esme, you can ask most people that start their YouTube channel start with a phone. And then you slowly upgrade more and more as you can afford to. It took me almost 3 years of collecting equipment to finally get to what I have available now. My battery has died. What computer do you have, Esme? If you have a Mac, you could just use iMovie. I used iMovie for a whole year before I started thinking about editing software. Yeah, my first live was with my phone as well. I used Periscope for a while. I'm just abusing this little brush and pressing the bristles all over the place, but it's doing the trick. Okay, I am coming in with my Copic liners. Should be fine. And the leaves and that I will continue on with the Copic liners. So what we can do is, so I have my olive 0.3 Copic liner, and I just want to check out. So add some more leaves. You can add little twigs and branches. That already makes a nice difference. Okay, but let's do the background and the middle ground before we do the foreground. Right, we'll still use these. So work on some of these trees back here. This is going to be especially great for the shadowy areas. Cool. Can work on these trees. Esme, don't let them pressure you too much. But if you make a Facebook page and you join that group, then we can guide you through everything we know. And you can tell us what you have, and then we'll tell you how to make the best use out of it. Because I think we can all agree that we totally want to see Esme do some real-time work or something on YouTube, because her work is just insane. So landscapes aren't really my thing, so I hardly ever do them. So this really puts me out of whack with what I'm used to doing. So it's a good thing. Although I still don't know if this is going to convince me, because just because you're doing a landscape doesn't mean you can spend less time on it compared to when you do a portrait or something. If anything, I almost feel like you spend more time on it. But it's well worth doing because it really gives you an eye for perspective and a real practice on how to utilize your foreground, middle ground and background to the best of your ability. Ooh, Jackie says perhaps Esme and Sheldene could do a joint piece. Yeah, maybe. Esme does the black and white version and I'll do the colored version. Definitely. Do a collaboration. See how it's just made those trees pop a bit more, so now when I do all the other trees it's really gonna make a nice little difference, I think. Yes, the smell of fresh bread baking. That is a good smell. Yes, Esme, you should do whatever you're comfortable with. Collaboration always means your version or your way of doing something. So we'll have to come up with an idea. We'd only be able to do it next year though. But that gives you time to practice a little bit maybe with your phone and creating a video. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel about setting up your phone and lighting for recording from your phone. Oh, Maureen, I have to catch up on the whole of November stuff that I was initially going to do for patrons, like the crow and the fantasy art piece and that. That's all going to happen in December. And it's also Christmas. It's holiday time, so I am not going to have too much time to do a collab. But yes, I definitely, because everything that I said that I'm going to do for Patreon, even though the dates aren't exactly the same as for this month, I'm still going to do all of that stuff. I think I just overestimated my abilities when I decided that I would do live streams every day and still do the Patreon individual tutorials. So I could if I used up all my weekends, but seriously, if I used up all my weekends by the last week or the 2 last weeks of November, I'll be a miserable, miserable person. Oh wow, Esme. I'm not surprised you booked up for commissions. That's wonderful. Yep, we can talk about it in the new year. How's that? Can you make a note in your diary? And then we'll think about it next year. Come up with something. No, I'm not stressing myself out. I'm not stressing myself out by postponing the Patreon videos till next month. So I'll still keep my weekends. Some trees here I forgot to put in, so we'll just put them in with a marker, the liner. Yes, it would be really cool to do collaborations with the Facebook group. Absolutely. So make sure to read the rules. Oh, Val, I wanted to add in the rules that you are allowed to post links up there if you are going to do a live stream on Facebook or YouTube. If it's relevant to art, then you may post it on that page. I also have a link there, or a image there for you guys to post your YouTube channels there. So let us all know what your YouTube channels are. If they are art channels, not just a personal channel where you like things. It needs to be an art channel where you put your art up. Ooh, Valerie, that's so cool. I bought one too. I bought one for my DSLR and I'm waiting for it in the mail. So that would, yeah, I'm interested to see how it works, because it may eliminate the use of the art lights right next to me, and I can put them somewhere else. But yeah, let us know how that works when you get it. So you got one for your phone. I hope it works as well as it advertises itself to work. That'd be really cool. It's going to be really amazing when we finally start to put these branches in properly, and these twigs and branches. Oh, I just want to do it all at once. If only. Okay, let's use some of this brown. So a sepia. Okay, before I carry on with the sepia, I think I want to use the wine color to do all the darker red parts first. Yes, much better. Make sure I list on my little palette over here as well which color multi-liners I'm using. forgot. I've already forgot. Okay, we got to select the next winner. Oh my gosh, I was getting so stuck into this that I completely forgot. Right, let me check no one else has. This time, anyone who entered yesterday, I did make sure to put their names in as they entered. So we had Tracy. I know that I entered Tracy. Oh, Marine's Facebook link to the in the description on YouTube is not working. Oh, that's to your YouTube channel. I need to change that to Facebook. Is that what you want me to put on there, Maureen? Do you want your Facebook link in the description in the YouTube videos? Is that what you want on there? Okay, so no one new has entered. Entered right now since I started this. Belle, she saw her image and she likes it. That's good. Belle was yesterday's winner. Okay, I'll check that later. Cool, I think we're good to go. So, the names on the list. Let me get it. Esme says when you add the details to the top trees, it's really like you're under the tree. Oh, that's good. Okay. Right, so we've got 26 names. So since yesterday we had one person enter. Pretty sure. The names are Alex, Amal, Fiona, Joanne, Kate, Marie, Ronnie, Angie, Camilla, Renee, Katja, Lenny. Katja's the one we're doing today, her entry. Lenny, Luke, Margine, Christine, David, Jackie, Jamie, Jody, Carrie, Lundy, Maureen, Belle, Michael, Nanette, and Tracy. I really hope I didn't miss anyone, but I don't think so. Yesterday I missed Nanette, but Nanette reminded me just in time, so that's all good. Okay. If I've done a drawing of someone and their name comes up again, I'll just randomize again. Don't worry, I'm not going to do 2 drawings from one person. Everybody gets to enter once, and that's it. Thanks, Esme. I got 2 moderators and a translator on here. Okay, Maureen is happy for me to do that so that they can find her easily. Yes, good luck, everybody. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Alex has already gone. So Alex was the cat that we did. So randomize again. Angie! Yay! What did Angie submit? Okay, let me go get her image and I can show you which photo she submitted. Okay, Angie submitted one of her cat called Peanut, and she got it in a pretty cool sort of perspective. So let's go get that one. And I can show you which one it is. This one. So this is Angie's submission. Of a cat and its name is Peanut. So congratulations, Angie. Your image will be done tomorrow. This one would have been so cool to do on the scratch board, but I don't have the tools. So I will try and figure out how we're going to do this one tomorrow. So that's Angie's entry. It looks, it's a really cool perspective. And yes, I don't know if I would like change it up much. I don't know. Maybe put like a glowing bug on the nose and put a reflection in the eyes of the glowing bug to make it seem like it's looking at something on its nose. I don't know what I'd do with it. Rainbow peanut. Yeah, cool. So we'll think of some ideas. Congratulations, Angie. Yours will be done tomorrow. What is today? Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. I'm way ahead of myself. Cool. Here we go. Well done, Angie. Marilyn saying that would upset me to have letters show up. Oh, yes. Are you talking about our first attempt on the paper and just the name of the paper just freaking popped up? That would look horrible. I don't know, they ruined that paper. I feel like getting back to them and saying, what the hell were you thinking? I'm not advertising your paper brand name, so I don't want it stuck all over my paper. That's one way to get people off of using your paper. It must have been an accident. I don't know why they were doing that. Or maybe it was only supposed to be on the first page or something, but it ended up being on all the pages. It's very weird. But I'm glad I started over when I did and I didn't go too deep into the image, because then yeah. Anyways. I know we sort of like lost the first hour of the stream due to that, but I'm feeling a lot happier with the way it's starting to turn out now. And now that we have the fun part of adding all the details and stuff, it's yeah, it's gonna turn out to be much better. Jackie says put a B on his nose. What brand? Oh, it was the Fabriano Artistico. So this is what happened. This was our start on it. It's actually dried away a little bit. It doesn't look too bad, but you can still see it. And it was very obvious when the paint was still wet. So yeah, you can see the because it's like etched in there. You can feel it. And it was on all the sheets of my A5 paper. So that's what happened, but not on my A4. Like I haven't experienced that with any of the other paper pads, because I use their paper a lot. I have quite a few pads. I've got 6 whole pads in my drawers there. But that's the one A5 one that I got was just, they were all stamped. Still love their paper. I'm not saying don't use their paper. Just, I don't know what happened there. Why they stamped it like that. And it's the smallest paper pad that you get. So why would you stamp the smallest paper? Because you don't want to cut a small sheet of paper even smaller. So I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. Vinny's cooking. I wonder what he's cooking. I can hear it. Sounds like stir fry. You know when you make a stir fry and the pot's really hot and then you chuck everything in and it makes that really loud shh sound? That's what's happening out there. He's putting pressure on me. Okay, are you guys getting confused about something? What's happening? Congratulations, Angie, everyone says. Esme was replying in, is that, what are you replying in? Is it Spanish? Marilyn says it would upset her to have later show up. Yep. Jody says cute. Put a bee on the nose. Esme is just replying. The link to my Patreon, Esme, is in the description. Thanks, Maureen, you said that. Valerie says that she would contact them about the paper. Yeah, maybe I should. Marilyn's asking if she's going crazy. Why are you asking that? Esme says yes, it's Spanish. Esme is just kindly replying to, how do you say his name? Ernesto in Spanish. And then she also translates for us if he has a question for us. So that's very, very kind of her to do that. Ernesta says, Sheldene draws beautiful. Thank you. So it'll be cool to have Ernesto on my Patreon channel, but I don't know how he's going to understand the tutorials because they're all in English. I'm so glad I tried the watercolors out today. I am enjoying it. I just had a difficult morning, so I'm sorry if I was a bit moody. But I'm all good now. All good. And I am loving the turnout. And the Copic liners, I just love that you can add detail if you don't know how to really incorporate those details just using the watercolor paint. So... Julian, hello from Colombia. Hello. So I bet you can speak Spanish too. Valor says some people can learn by just watching. Yep, that's true. Especially when you're watching the real-time videos. Which, when I started the real-time videos, I honestly didn't think it would work out. I really thought people would be getting so bored. Because, I mean, it's a long process. It is pretty boring watching it step by step like that. But I guess if you use it like a podcast or you just use it in the background, it's okay. And you guys are the ones that have made me keep going with it, because I didn't think the interest would actually last that long. I really genuinely thought that it would just get to a point where it'd be too boring. We've made some really nice friends this month, haven't we? It's been awesome. Marilyn says, because the video changed back to the old painting. I'm cooking, so I missed something. Am I crazy? You didn't know that? Okay, I understand now. Yes, we had to start over. Thank you, Ernesto. So I'm guessing Esme has told Ernesto or sent him to a website or something to enter the Spanish word and get the English so that he could put it on here. Maureen says, I watch so many live streams, you would be surprised at what you pick up in techniques, etc. That's true. So, like, you learn a lot more from live streams. For one, you really get a clear perspective of how much time things take. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of creative things take a lot of time, so you need to have that patience. And then when you realize just how long something takes and you watch it, you're more likely to also try it or not try it, because you're like, okay, yes, I have the time for that, or I definitely don't have the time for that. Or you're like, oh, okay, I see why I don't get a realistic result, because I'm not patient enough in layering or something like that. So the live streams definitely help, and I do wish more artists did it. One artist that does it a lot is Unmask Art, and he's really great. He's really friendly, and he's got a nice Patreon channel, and I would highly encourage you guys, if you want another good artist who does colored pencil works and pastel works and all that sort of stuff, definitely check out Unmask Art. He's very, very good and very approachable, and he's also willing to listen to what you guys have to say when it comes to change and stuff like that. Yeah, he was also part of the collaboration I did with Lisa for Valentine's Day. So, yeah, check it out. And I love supporting artists like that as well. So I support quite a few artists on Patreon, because I understand what they're doing. So I want to support them, even though I don't necessarily get the time to watch their content. It's nice when other artists support other artists. It's really great. And then you also create relationships that way with people that are like-minded. Ah, Nanette, that might be the case. Oh, no, no. Julian's asking, where are you guys from? Yeah, tell us what the time is by you now and which country you live in, or which state in which country you live in. So, Arizona, Chicago, Atlanta, California. I really have to visit the US, don't I? I've never been. Oh, thanks, Valerie. I don't know what he's cooking, but it smells good. I'm gonna message him and say smells yummy. Maybe I'll be lucky and he'll bring me some. Oh gosh, I love him so much. See, the middle ground is starting to take a little bit more shape. Slowly but surely. Okay, let's get in on some of the Let's try some orange. There's some trees here that have orange in them. Ooh, beautiful. Val says I can take you to Arizona. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Julian. Okay, then I'm going to use the sepia to focus on all those brown areas. Just give it more texture. So it doesn't just look like blobs there. So it's starting to look less blobby. Nanette says she can take me to Coca-Cola World. Maybe not. I'd be walking up to someone and saying, why are you deliberately killing people for money? Oh yes, I would love to see the Grand Canyon. Marilyn? Oh, because I know you have a lot of kids and grandkids, I am happy to answer that question. Oh, what's happening? Hey, okay, I switched to my hotspot. For some reason the internet has disconnected, so we'll see how this goes. Seems to be a Tuesday thing. Tuesday, Wednesday last week we struggled with that. So we'll see how we go. If it's gonna keep doing that and I can't keep it going, then I'm gonna have to stop the stream, unfortunately. But I will post the time lapse and the end result on Patreon and on Facebook as soon as it's done. It's struggling, it's struggling. See how we go. Marilyn, to answer your question, yes he is. Especially to me. You're my everything. I just got a message from Vinny saying dinner's almost ready. Not dinner, but whatever he's cooking. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna call it the end of the stream. I really want to eat whatever was made, and yeah, I'm sort of would like to actually have a bit of a break. So I can come back in half an hour if you want, but I think many of you will be asleep. Or you'd be pretty tired and would want to be going to sleep. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing with the pens and gradually just add detail the whole time. I'm not using any different medias or anything like that. I might... No, I won't even use a white paint marker because there aren't any bright white highlights anywhere. Yeah, it's being glitchy with some of you. Oh, that is so nice, Ernesto. Yeah, there's always a 10-second lag in real time, from real time. Maureen says, you can post the video and time-lapse when you're done. Go and enjoy your meal. Aw, you guys are so kind. Yep, so pretty much I'm not showing you anything new, so I don't think you really need to view this until it's finished. If I was going to add any new media, then I would keep going. But I'm just going to use the pens and continue to add detail with the pens. And yeah, that's all I'll be doing until it's done. So I'll do that later. Yeah, Val, thanks Val. You guys are so considerate. Valerie says you've been doing 4 to 5 hours a day for you guys, so it's okay to do less from time to time. Thank you, I appreciate that. Especially, like, it's been okay because Vinny's been on night shift, so he's been sleeping when I've been streaming, but now he's switching to day shift from Thursday onwards, so I have this extra bit of time with him, so I guess I sort of do want to spend that extra time with him. So I will still do at least, you know, try and do 2.5 to 3 hours minimum, and then if we do end up finish, like if he's not here or if he's sleeping, then I will keep going until the end. But I appreciate you guys letting me go so I can spend some time with him and eat whatever deliciousness he just made. Alright, thanks guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow, but I'll post the time lapse and all this stuff on soon. Also, the Facebook page, it's called Sheldene's Art Hoard. Maureen will post the link for that now, so if you guys want to join that page, that is where we talk about art supplies and where you guys share your social media sites with everybody. And congratulations for tomorrow's winner, Angie. And what else? Oh, the giveaway will be tomorrow. So today's giveaway is of this sketchbook where you can paint your own personal cover on there, and 3 of my bird magnets. And yeah, so to enter the giveaway, make sure to comment in the description below when I finish the stream, which is going to be now, and then you guys will qualify, and then I will pick the giveaway winner tomorrow. Okay, so I will see you guys for tomorrow's stream where we're going to be doing Angie's cat Peanut. Thanks guys.